Hi there, this is Representative Rick Larsen with a special edition of Recap with Rick. In honor of Black History Month, this Recap with Rick will honor the first Black man to be elected to the U.S. House of Representatives, Joseph Rainey of South Carolina. Now, Rainey was born into slavery in Georgetown, South Carolina in 1832. His father, Edward, purchased freedom for himself and the Rainey family in the 1840s. Rainey worked as a barber up until the Civil War, when Confederates forced him to build fortifications and work on blockade-running ships. Now, Rainey and his wife escaped to Bermuda during the war and later returned to South Carolina, where he was elected to the state senate in 1868. Now, in 1870, he was elected to represent South Carolina's 1st District in Congress, where he served until 1879, when post-construction Jim Crow laws excluded Black Americans from the political process. He was elected just 5 years after the 13th Amendment abolished slavery in the United States, and less than a year after the 15th Amendment granted Black men the right to vote. During his time in Congress, Rainey championed equal protection under the law for Black Americans, universal public education, and civil rights legislation at the time. He was the longest serving Black member of the House of Representatives until Representative William Dawson of Illinois served for nearly 30 years in the mid-20th century. Since 1870, more than 150 Black women and men have served in the U.S. House of Representatives. Last week, the U.S. House of Representatives designated a room, H150, the Joseph H. Rainey Room, to commemorate 150 years since Rainey was elected to Congress. During Black History Month and throughout this year, it is important to remember and honor the contributions of Joseph Rainey and other great Black Americans to the grand history of the United States. So please continue to watch this space for more Black history highlights in the days and the weeks to come. So thanks a lot for tuning in to this week's Recap with Rick.